Hello, this is Evangeline Delini. Welcome back to the channel. If you are a returning visitor to the channel, or if you're new here, I want to say welcome. But let's just jump right into the topic for today. And what I want to talk about is living the self life or living a simple life and still being productive. Putting the two together to make sense for you. So, in the last 3 years, this is when I started paying attention to this, or I started seeing a lot of that narrative on social media was women were just feeling like burned out. It was happening with some men, but I was paying more attention to women, and what I was seeing a lot of was more women trying to shift from this hustle mentality and just chasing and chasing, looking for the next thing, just overworking and feeling burnt out. They felt like they were more in the masculine energy than staying in the feminine energy and feeling girly and like really just soaking in self-care and all that great stuff. So a lot of people were just kind of shifting and leaving this hustle mentality and moving into a more feminine presence, as I would like to refer to it. And it was the idea of moving into your soft girl era. But what I was noticing with that, with some of the women that I knew, was that they were neglecting being productive. Okay, they were so I think what it is, people are just women were just super tired of working so hard that it was almost like, not, I don't want to say throwing in the towel, but it was almost like throwing their hands up and saying it's enough, I've had it. And because there was no guideline or anything put in place in order to still be productive, they were falling into debt. It was getting more difficult for them to live this soft life because they were not putting in any productive work. And so as a result, they were not able to turn anything around to bring in money, to continue to live this soft life. Because in as much as the life is soft, you still have to be able to afford it. Okay, you still have to be able to work and make money in order to lay around some days when you don't feel like working, or take vacation when you just want to be out and don't want to deal with work. So what I've decided to do is come up with 4 different points that I want to share with you today, just so you can see that you can actually attain this lifestyle, but at the same time, you can balance it with these 4 points in order to still be able to bring money in on a regular basis, to be able to afford you this life and have the best of both worlds. So I want to share these points with you. So the first thing before we even get to these points is to figure out what are your goals that you want to accomplish. Also keep in mind that because you have these goals and dreams, does not mean everything has to be accomplished in one single year. Spread them out, make them comfortable for you, so you're not overworked and you're not burned out. So once you figure out these goals, the first thing you want to do is put in habits, things that you're going to do on a daily basis in order for you to accomplish these goals. So take one goal at a time, or maybe two at a time, but just don't overwhelm yourself. Whatever you can do in your capacity is what you want to focus on. And then once you figure out those habits, do them every single day, that you can implement on a daily basis in order to reach those goals. So let me give you an example. So let's assume you have this YouTube channel and you want to grow it to 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 subscribers. What are the habits that you're going to implement on a daily basis in order for you to accomplish this goal? So what you could probably do is figure out your topics that you want to talk about over the next maybe 3 months or 6 months. What are the different things you want to talk about? So another habit on a daily basis that you could do is do some research on the different topics that you would like to discuss on your YouTube channel. Then maybe you want to focus on looking at data. Okay, let it be a habit of yours that every time you check your YouTube data, the analytics, to see what videos your audience enjoy watching, so you can be able to produce more of those. And you do them on a regular basis. So from week to week, you implement these daily habits. And before you know it, your channel will start to grow, especially if your topics are interesting and engaging. You will find people who will be willing to listen, or who will be interested in listening to what you have to say. So the next point I would recommend you focus on is, do not set your heart 100% on how you achieve this goal. And what I mean is, don't sit there trying to chase what can you do with your videos for one of them to go viral, for example, in order for you to hit this 20,000 goal, or doing research to find out how do I make a viral video. Do not focus on what is going to cause your channel to hit that 20,000. As long as you're hitting your daily habits and doing the things that you need to do, and you're implementing them, you will eventually get there. So don't focus on the how you're going to get there, as long as your habits are in place. Just focus on the fact that this is my goal, okay? And these are the habits I'm going to implement on a daily basis. Check my analytics, check the videos people like, research the topics I want to discuss, and eventually you're going to get there. Because if you set your mind on chasing maybe a viral video, for example, to get you to the 20,000 subscribers, and if you don't make it, you get frustrated, and then you feel bad, you will be discouraged, and now you will be getting into burnout. And that's what we're trying to avoid. We're trying to avoid you getting burnt out, but at the same time we want you to be productive. So that's the second step. The next thing I want you to focus on is focus on only the essential task that you need in order for you to accomplish this goal. So if researching topics to talk about is essential in order to help you, that's what you focus on. If, for example, reading your analytics to understand what people are interested in doing, that's what you're going to focus on. You're going to focus on only the essential task in order for you to get this. So you make this essential task part of your habits in order for you to get to your goal. So do not focus on chasing what everybody's saying on, oh, this is what YouTube is doing right now. YouTube is in slow mo and this is that. Just focus on making your videos. Do your research, read your analytics, and just make your videos. That's all you need to do. Okay. Once your topics are engaging, as I keep saying, you will find the audience, the people who are looking for your help in what you have to offer. So do not go and focus on things that are not essential. Okay, and you just sit on YouTube, because YouTube will suggest the more videos you watch, the type of videos you watch, YouTube is going to suggest more of those videos. So you're sitting there and people are telling you how YouTube is on easy mode right now, and you can go and do this and da da da, and before you know it, you're just scrolling through YouTube and pulling from every other video, and then by the end of the day, you're confused. So have tunnel vision, have laser focus on the things that you want to accomplish. Make sure you don't put your mind on how you're going to accomplish this. And the next thing is find only the essential task that you need to focus on in order to accomplish your goal. And this can go for any goal that you want to accomplish. It's not just for YouTube, growing YouTube channel. It can be for any goal. Just make sure you have these 4 points in place. And the fourth point ties back into the third, which is pay attention to wasted time. Do not sit on social media and just scroll all day when you know you got work to do. Pay attention to time that you're wasting. For example, finding those videos that's telling you what you could do and doing research. And sometimes we go down a rabbit hole and we're doing research on something else, and before you know, we're on something onto something else. Catch yourself all the time and pay attention that you're not wasting time that you could be using into producing brilliant videos, maybe understand lighting, seeing how you can find the right microphone, things that will really help you focus on those things, and just pay attention that you're not wasting time. And I believe that once you can focus on these different points, these 4 points that I just recently shared with you, I promise you, you can attack any goal that you've been wanting to accomplish, okay? And you will not burn out because you are only focused on essential things. You are paying attention that your time is not just being wasted on things that are not important. And you have implemented these habits on a daily basis in order to get you there. So if you decide my work day is from, I don't know, from 9 to 3, spend that time 9 to 3 doing those habits that you need to do in order to accomplish your goal. Pay attention to distractions, and then you just stay down. When you leave that time frame, you can go relax, get a glass of wine if you drink wine, get a bubble bath, but you're able to put in your productive task within a reasonable amount of time, and you're still able to do those soft girl life things that you want to do. You're still able to live the simple life, catch a movie if you need to catch a movie, but when it's work, you put in the work. So this is how you're able to still maintain a soft girl era so you don't burn out, but then you're still productive because the time you spend working, your productive time, because you're only focused on your essential task and your habits are locked in. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up so YouTube can share with more people who enjoy topics like these. If you enjoy the videos that I share on this channel, please subscribe. See you next time. Bye-bye.